Chapter 9. Taking shame as motivation. Ah! At this moment, Su Haoren's astonishment truly emerged. Upon careful observation of Wu Hui, who was sitting beside him, everything became clear in his mind. Wu Hui's cultivation was at the peak of the 9th stage of the Yellow Realm, though he had not yet reached the Profound Realm. He could be considered the lowest level cultivator. When Wu Hui first entered, Su Haoren saw his impressive appearance and extraordinary demeanor, which led him to casually praise him. However, he didn't expect Wu Hui's cultivation to be so low, and combined with what Wu Zijuan had just said about him not making any progress in 7 years, it could be said that he had no future in cultivation. That's enough, Wu Zijuan. You have humiliated a fellow disciple in front of outsiders. According to the rules, you will be confined for 7 days. With a loud shout, Wu Hai stood up, his momentum suddenly erupting, his anger reaching its peak. Step by step, under Wu Hai's pressure, Wu Zijuan couldn't bear it and retreated several steps. Humph! Such imposing momentum. Indeed, you are the family head, so domineering. At the same time, a slightly weaker aura also rose. Wu Haiyuan stood up and stood in front of Wu Hai, his face filled with mockery. Your son is a waste, while my son is a genius. That's a fact. As the saying goes, one must take shame as motivation. I don't think your son, Wu Hui, has shown any courage yet. I'm afraid he still doesn't know what shame is. Wu Zijuan is helping him by teaching him the meaning of shame. Next to them, Su Haoren looked somewhat astonished at this scene. It seemed like an internal struggle within the Wu family. Alas, why did he come to the Wu family at this time? Looking at the situation, how could he even mention his request? However, after learning about Wu Hui's situation, Su Haoren was also grateful that he had made this trip. Good! 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 Taking shame as motivation, well said. Wu Hai's figure swayed for a moment. Father! Wu Hui walked a few steps to his father's side and helped him sit down. After Wu Hai sat down, Wu Hui turned his head and looked at the person he called his second uncle within the family. Wu Hui clenched his fists tightly, the burning anger in his heart suppressed by his own will. Thank you for your guidance, second uncle. Every word was spoken deliberately, carrying the weight of enduring humiliation. Haha, Wu Hui, with my father's guidance, you will definitely find courage in the future. Wu Zijuan laughed arrogantly, his gaze sweeping around before finally landing on Su Qingxue. There was a hint of fiery desire in Wu Zijuan's eyes. Although Su Qingxue's face was veiled, her tall figure, fair skin, and extraordinary elegance aroused the desire to conquer in any man. However, everything that had happened in the hall earlier didn't catch Su Qingxue's attention. I heard that you are engaged to that waste, right? Don't follow that loser, follow me instead. I am the genius of the Wu family. I have already reached the 5-star level of the Profound Realm, and have a high possibility of becoming an innate powerhouse in the future. Wu Zijuan boldly walked up to Su Qingxue and spoke. As soon as these words were uttered, Wu Hui could no longer suppress the anger in his heart. He extended his hand and threw a punch at Wu Zijuan's back. This was a blatant attempt to steal his own wife, and Wu Hui couldn't bear it any longer. Although it was the first time he had met Su Qingxue, or one could even say they hadn't truly met yet, this was an arranged marriage by their elders. It could be said that if nothing unexpected happened, Su Qingxue would be his wife. But now, with Wu Zijuan's words, he was trying to take Su Qingxue away, and how could Wu Hui tolerate such humiliation? Faced with Wu Hui's punch, Wu Zijuan didn't react at all, or rather, he didn't believe that Wu Hui would dare to attack him. It was only when Wu Hui's fist made contact with his back that he realized it. In a hasty move, he activated his martial energy to form a defensive layer, but it couldn't withstand the powerful and angry punch from Wu Hui. His body lunged forward and was thrown backward with greater speed and force. In front of Wu Zijuan, not only were there tables, chairs, and utensils, but Su Qingxue was also sitting there. At the moment Wu Zijuan lunged forward, Su Qingxue didn't get up. Instead, she lifted her leg and kicked out. Wu Zijuan's forward momentum abruptly stopped with a loud bang, and he was sent flying backward, even faster and with more force. In the Wu family's hall, Wu Zijuan was hit by Wu Hui's punch to the back and then kicked by Su Qingxue. He was sent flying 5 to 6 meters away, falling to the ground with a trace of blood flowing from his mouth. This chapter comes to an end. If you enjoy the works of Changfeng Bookhouse, please follow, like, and bookmark. Your support is my motivation.